Well, how about that? What a wonderful day. Hello, Mimi. How you doing? Glad to see you. What's going on? That's my favorite soprano ukulele. That is really a beauty. Extra sound hold, two up here. Mimi, have you ever done it? Have you done one of these before, a live stream? Yeah, it's tough getting a walk anymore. I can't walk in the places I used to because so many people are coming to the park. The park is full of people. You would think that you wouldn't go to the woods to be around so many people. Yeah, I can imagine live streaming is not the most fun. I didn't think I was going to get on again today. It's a surprise each time I do this, but I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, when I did my first one, it was Saturday night, and all of a sudden everybody was here. All of my old pals were here. It was a lot of fun. I don't know what's going to happen today. Hello, Jody. I'm glad to see you. Glad you did. You set your cell phone timer? This video was scheduled. This live stream was scheduled, but somehow it was forgotten by YouTube or TubeBuddy. I set this up through TubeBuddy, and I thought they would handle all the details. Okay. This live streaming is very exciting. It's as nerve-wracking as it would be if I was doing a presentation at a school or for a business. It's not the same as just making a video. Hey, Rob, glad to see you. I saw your name on Gary's channel. He made whiskey in a jar, or rather, he sang the song "Whiskey in a Jar" with a simple down strum. Very good. Well, I hope it sounds okay, Jody. This is everything I do here is experimental. It does look like I got a lot better picture this time, though, than I had last time. I hooked up more lights. Hello. Yeah, I really have. Hey, there you are, Gary. I'm really enjoying your videos. You inspire me and let me know that people can make music on ukulele. You got a good singing voice, which really helps. good point, Mimi, about all of this stuff. Public speaking, for example, is not like teaching. Many teachers can teach, but they can't do public speaking. And so I thought that YouTube would be the same as public speaking, but all of these skills, they require different skills and different ways to do it. Hey, Christine, how you doing? I wonder if you've moved yet or still planning on moving. Everybody, Christine is here, so I have to break out her ukulele. I do love this. And this ukulele does several things for me. One, it shows that you can make a work of art out of ukulele, but it also tells me that you can make a ukulele from a kit that sounds great, and you can actually have a good tenor ukulele for about 30 bucks. And that's good to know. So glad to see you, Christine. Glad to see you, Joan. I'm glad you're here today. You play alongs. Well, hey, Chris, how you doing? I might want to repeat the question I'm answering before I answer it. Okay, I'll try that. I'm so brand new at this, it is disgusting. But since I have so many friends here, you guys can help me out, and I appreciate that. Rob says Gary Nevlin rocks. Excuse me. And I hope that everybody will visit Gary Nevlin's channel. He does inspire me, posting many videos and making good music without really elaborate ukulele techniques, which you can do. And I don't doubt, well, in fact, I saw Gomer Pyle, Jim Neighbors sing 500 miles, I think, with a similar technique that Gary uses. So go, Gary. Truck comes at 18th. Christine is moving, and she told me that she was going 800 miles away. I hope you're headed toward Alabama. I'll give you a ukulele if you come. But moving is very stressful. Christine is moving. I think Christine was living in West Virginia, or still is. Hello, Henry. Glad to see you. Thanks for stopping by my live stream. This should be a hilarious time because it's extremely stressful for the speaker, which is sometimes a good thing. All your ukuleles are packed. Christine says all of her ukuleles are packed, and she usually plays every day. I know how awful it is to be separated from some of your instruments. I'm glad that all but one of my instruments made our trip when we moved, and one of the movers wanted one of my pianos, so I gave him a keyboard. Gary says a man has to know his limitations. Okay. I'm trying to think of my limitations. They are so limited that I just can't think of them right now, Gary. That reminds me of Ben Franklin talking about being humble. That was one of his worst faults. He just could never figure out how to be humble. Yes, Chris. Chris is telling Christine he would always keep a ukulele out, even a little one like this. Everybody, this is my favorite soprano ukulele. And this really is one of my very favorite ukuleles of all. I love this ukulele. I know many people have bought this because I talk about it so much, and they may get it and say, why do you like that ukulele? I don't know. I just do. I think this is just a wonderful work of art. From the little arch back here to the 3 different sound holes. It has a name tag plate in here that you can't even read, but it's in there. I like it. Okay, let me see what I can catch up on some of my comments. Christine is moving herself. Oh, my sister is in the same process. Oh, that Christine, get help. Get people to unload your truck. Pay people to load it. And you could probably drive it yourself, but have somebody back it. I hate driving a moving van, but good luck, Christine. I don't know anything about flight travel ukuleles, Joan. I don't know anything at all about flight ukuleles. In fact, there are lots of ukuleles I don't know about. I generally talk about the ones I do know about, and I don't worry about the rest of them. If I say it's a good ukulele, then I stand by that, but I don't like to talk about other people's ukuleles that I don't know about. Gary's still thinking about his own limits and not mine. Well, Gary, you don't have any limitations as far as I'm concerned. I think you're a star. When I comment on the circle of fifths, I don't know anything much about the circle of fifths, Henry. There are lots of things in the music world that I am completely oblivious about. I do have a poster on my wall that talks about it. So if I'm ever curious, I can study up on it, but I don't know about that. And there are lots of things that we don't really need to know about music, and still we can play. Rita says, good morning, Mr. Davis. Now, Rita, this should look familiar. I think I gave you one of these way back in the day. Back in October, I gave some money away to people so they could buy ukuleles. There was some kind of contest. This Erin does come in a tenor. Christine wants to know if this comes in a tenor. It does, but it does not look the same. And I don't feel quite the same way about the tenor as I do this one. I did tune my tenor Erin to be DGBE, and it works out nicely that way. I'm glad you do, Christine. Jody, I may be subscribed to Ukulele Magazine. I'm not sure. I haven't read it. I know it's done very well. There are a lot of things that I don't get around to that I wish I could. But my life is so full, and I blame YouTube for that, because my hobbies being exercise, making videos, doing YouTube, playing piano, teaching piano, playing ukulele, teaching ukulele, and who knows what else. I don't have time to study everything that everybody's doing on the internet. And I find that it's pretty good to be self-contained, and sometimes I get confused when I look at too many different things. Chris says he really likes Flight as a company. Great products, affordable, but not at the level of Erin or IRC. I think you mean is affordable. Yeah, Chris has a channel, and he also has 2 channels, and You Play Alongs has recently gone over 50,000 subscribers, which brings me to the point that I'm about to go over 3,000 subscribers. Considering a month or 6 weeks ago, I had 372 subscribers. I'm doing really well. And I'm also within a couple of days of being able to monetize again on YouTube, which I will do probably May the 1st. I don't know how long the process will take, but it's busy and exciting times. I'm glad you still have it, Rita. She says she still loves her Erin. Christine is moving to Arkansas and going to start ukulele club. Well, that sounds like a good idea. And if I ever get around people again, I think I would love to do that too. Sounds like a lot of fun to play music with people. I really want to do that. And that's why one of the reasons I keep buying these inexpensive ukuleles. Hopefully, I'll be able to give some of these away at some point. That's all right, Pale Moon Twilight. I'm glad that you're here, late or not. I didn't think I was going to make it today myself. This is extremely stressful trying to hook up these live stream things when you don't know what you're doing. I just hate it. But once you get on, it looks like it works. Anyway, I'm so happy you're here. Thank you, Joan. I always try to help. I love to do that. I do the best I can. And thank you, Rita. I wish everybody would give me lots of likes and subs and smiles. And to the 2 or 3 people who hate me out there, I wish you would go away and never come back. There have always been, since I've had a channel, people that just can't stand the sight of Davis. And that's the truth. And I don't know why that is, but there's something about me that just sets them off. Hey, Mary Alice from Texas is here. Glad to see you. Glad you made it. Mary Alice, by the way, is the one who suggested that I start a ukulele beginner course. And once I did that, I decided to do the same thing with piano. I'm very excited about making these courses. I make them so simple that I think even somebody who reads ukuleles for dummies could do my course, and probably easier than they could read that book. But anyway, thanks, Mary Alice. You have really benefited me. Thanks, Christine. I'm trying. It's hard. Well, here we go. Here's my friend from India. It's 9:30 at night there. Abhishek. Abhishek. I tried to get your name right. I hope I did. He is a special friend and has supported me for quite a while now. He's very creative and has a channel and does really wonderful things for a young fellow. Hello, Stephen from Wales in the UK. Glad to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by. This is very exciting. Okay. Mary Alice says, thank you for just reading her email. Okay. You must have friends like I do. Yes, Mimi's talking about fretboard stickers. If those are things that you put on the fretboard to tell you where to put your fingers, I don't think we need to do those. And one of the wonderful things I learned about ukulele was you only need 3 chords. You only need 3 chords, and they're easy enough to remember. And once you know those 3, then there are another 4 that only hold down 1 string, so you can pick those up easy too. It's time for me to play. I don't think I'm going to play, Gary, unless I play something very simple, but I will play as we talk. This will relax me. Well, bye, Mimi. Enjoy your walk in your lunch, and I hope to see you again soon. Rita asked how my cats are. Oh, she just found a mama cat and 4 baby kittens. Our cats are aged, and we also have a number of feral cats in the neighborhood. So I like cats, but I don't like them eating my ground squirrels. Not that I would ever let my cat out, but they do up here on the mountain. Well, there's your flying critter. People, you might want to check out Abhishek's channel, Flying Critter. I'm glad that he's got a very interesting channel. What is the funniest thing I have ever seen a stranger do? I don't know. I don't know what the funniest thing I ever saw a stranger doing. Bye, Mimi. You take care. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm going to have a video on, it's called, let me see if I can find the name of it. The ukulele finger picking technique that changed my life. So I'm going to promote that. Check out the ukulele finger picking technique that changed my life. One reason I say that is because there was a video about a guitar finger picking technique that would change your life, and the person had 1 million views, so I figured that would be a good title. But finger picking may be easier way to start playing ukulele than even strumming. If you can do a simple little technique like this, then instead of strumming, you just do the finger picking. And I really like this a lot. I really like it. In fact, I do a similar thing with piano. And check out the video tomorrow. Would I play Happy Birthday? Oh, Joan, I could do that if I had my music. Let's see. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You. Happy birthday. No, I need my music, Joan. Okay, thanks, Chris, for the Craig Chi and Sarah big ukulele event coming on the 2nd. It's free. If anybody wants to check that out, please do. Mary Alice, there was a whole year that every video, and I did this every day, people would request a video and I would play it finger picking, the same technique every time. And someone said, and when I played the song Jambalaya, somebody said, you can't play Jambalaya with finger picking. So some songs are great for finger picking, but some songs really need to be strummed. Christine would like to come and teach me how to build and paint a ukulele. Well, those would be 2 skills that I need desperately, Christine. I couldn't do either one of them. But I imagine that putting the kit together would be a lot easier than actually creating a very lovely work of art. That would be difficult. Mary Alice says, I tried. Well, I'm always willing to try, and I'm willing to make a fool out of myself and have been for the last 30 or 40 years, and I think that's okay. I think it's okay to look foolish sometimes, as long as you stay out there and keep doing whatever you want to do. What's not okay is not trying and not not being out there. Somebody said, "What's up, Grandpa?" Glad to meet you. Play me a nice song, bud. Okay, I will. Gone with the wind, gone with the tide, gone's the love of my life. How about that? That is the beginning of a very beautiful song that I wrote a few years ago. Thank you, Joan. Hope I see you again soon. Rita is doing a daily live lesson during the quarantine with Bernadette, my favorite Bernadette, on her channel. Bernadette teaches music. I do love Bernadette, I have to confess, and I simply do. Can I play everyone's favorite song, Ermi? No, I can't play any song right now. I can't play any difficult song. I can play Row, Row, Row Your Boat, but I don't have my music, and I don't really have the complete use of all of my brain right now because I'm answering so many different questions. And I have so much visual input right now, it'd be difficult to do something as complicated as playing a song from memory that I don't know really well. Excuse me. Well, here is my friend Steve. Glad to see you, Steve. Steve Strings. That's okay, Steve. What do you do as a college professor when your students walk in the room halfway through the class? Of course, it's not the same, is it? I'm glad to see you. Very happy to see you. Christine says she uses the island strum a lot. I use a variation of the island strum. I've had my issues with that strum. For the last year, I've been working on that and the 3/4 times strum, which I can do pretty well, and I can do my version of the island strum, but it doesn't look like anybody else's. So, as Gary says, I know my limitations, and I'm sticking with them. But one day I'll have to smooth that one out. I don't play video games. I honestly don't. When I was a young person, I used to play, we didn't have video games, but we had similar games that you could stick money in machines. And I found that took all my time. So I'm very careful not to get involved in video games, or I'd have to quit YouTube because that's all I would do. Rob wants to know when I'm going to do a Sweet Home Alabama video from my home state. Well, I could do She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, or let's see, Come from Alabama with a banjo on my knee. That one, but I don't know Sweet Home Alabama. I'll have to check that out. Okay, my friend from India wants to know if a genie would grant me 3 wishes right now, what would I wish for? I wish for perfect health and mental capacity until I'm age 105. That's the first thing I'd wish for. The second thing I would wish for well, that's enough. If I had that wish granted, I'd be able to do all the other things I wanted to do. Thanks for asking the question. Now, Steve, I thought you said that you only use the thumb strum. So do you do thumb strum with the island strum? I just love these little simple strums like this. I don't record much music with them, but I really like that. There are there are so many different ways to play. Okay, Rita, goodbye. Thanks for stopping in today. I appreciate it. It's nice seeing a friend again. Steve uses his thumb for the island strum. Maybe that would help me. I'll have to try it. I find that anything I can use the thumb for works for me. Yes, before you came, Steve, I did a little Travis picking. I like that a lot. And my video tomorrow will be on Travis finger picking. Let's see if I've got any more news here. First of all, if anybody has a time for me to do a live stream, what would be a better time? Is this a good time or 2 hours earlier? I'm planning on live streaming every day until I get the process down so that I can do this smoothly. And also, I'm going to do it every day until I get my 4,000 hours so I can monetize and 3,000 subs. It just gives me a little goal to work toward. Thanks, Joan. I hope everybody hits the like button. This is hard work. And anybody who habitually hits dislike buttons for anyone is off their rocker, because everybody who posts videos are trying to help you or provide something useful. And to dislike is not a very nice thing and shows discourtesy and a little inhumanity, I think, unless it's just an evil video. Thank you, Pale Moonlight, for stopping by. Yep, this is it. This is it. I would say of all my ukuleles, the Calamango baritone is still my most favorite. And I don't know that I really have, other than the Christine tenor would be a favorite there. Concert, I don't know. I've just got so many. 2 hours earlier would also be good. I think I may show up tomorrow at 9 my time, or 2 hours earlier. It'll either be 9 or 11. Rob wants to ask Steve how the dulcimer build is going. Steve is giving a dulcimer away that he's building on his channel. Oh, Christine, thanks for asking about my garden. My garden is burgeoning. We eat greens every day, and the greens love this cool weather that we have. We're eating radish greens, radish, turnips, turnip greens, collards, all piled in one thing and cooked. It is doing great. It is, the garden is beautiful. It's amazing how little effort and much reward I've gotten from our vegetable garden. And the flower garden that I didn't plant is just beautiful. So maybe I will take a picture and show some on my channel. It's really nice. I love gardening, especially when it works. Hello. Somebody says, hello, Daddy. Hello, how you doing? You know, even though young people may see me as an old guy, I don't feel old. And I'm a heck of a lot sharper than I was when I was 20, honestly. So you may see an external package that looks slightly ruffled, but inside the brain still works and is quite handy for most tasks. I don't know what you're talking about with the Mike Daddy, unless you're talking about this one. This a Yeti, Blue Yeti. I don't. I haven't used this much lately, but I had it several years ago. I generally use this. This is what I love, and this is what I use for my video recording. I just love this little camera here. It's worth a lot to me. It's the Canon F350HS. But I must say, now that I've got some light here, the Logitech webcam is working nicely. Steve says that his assembly of the dulcimer is going well. He's been grading papers at the end of the school semester. Dulcimer build video should be next weekend. Well, let me show you another one of my favorite ukuleles. I've got them all piled up here on the floor. IRC Pineapple is a very cute and nice ukulele. I like this one a lot. We call this, Rick and I call this plain and plump ukulele, and that's a sweet one. You will have to put on your own strap buttons, which is not hard to do. I don't know the song that you requested from Indonesia. I don't know that one. Yes, it is a favorite. Rob says, keep up the good work, Steve. Yes, you do. Steve has been toiling away, and hopefully you'll have more time after school is out. I'm glad that you can see me on your phone tablet and laptop. Oh, so I'm being watched on 2 devices by my friend. Abhishek in India. Oh, Christine said, nice strap. I think that's one that she gave me. Yes, Steve. Steve likes the look of the pineapple. Yep, you got to get that one. It's just a must-have. Everybody's got to have a pineapple. I'm still waiting on my Erin pineapple that has been ordered since March the 5th. I feel really bad, like it's not going to come. Somebody else asked me, how am I doing, Grandpa? I'm fine. I'm doing great. Never better, I don't think. Things can change quickly, but right now I'm as happy as a lark. And if you want to have a competition tree climbing, I'm willing to do that. I've been no longer going out to the park and climbing trees out in the woods because there's so many people going to the park that I now climb ropes in my backyard for exercise. So strange the things that have happened these days. I wonder how other people's lives have changed and what other interests you find that you can do now that you maybe weren't thinking about a couple of months ago. Oh, thanks, Mary Alice. Tree climbing and climbing of ropes does require strength and technique, but it's not easy to do. Okay, well, you can come climb trees with me anytime you're over in the US. Just let me know. I do hope this sickness goes away, though, so I can go back out into the woods and hike the trails. There's just too much competition these days. People on bicycles, they're crazy in our neighborhood. Everybody in town and all over the county come to the same place to get out and exercise and get with nature. Steve says he's long in the tooth for climbing trees now. One thing that I work on, Steve, every day and have for years is trying to keep my weight down. I think that is one secret to longevity and being able to get around. If I had to hoist up another 15 pounds up the tree, I don't think I'd get very far. By the way, I am still using my popcorn diet. I don't eat popcorn every night, but just about every night I'll eat popcorn for dinner and nothing else afterwards. And that's pretty much my secret to keeping the weight off. Yeah, young people would have the strength. Flying critter is just a youth, I think, in college, but very talented, very talented. I was amazed to see some of your drawings. Well, Mary Alice, you don't brag about health, but you do what you can. And I don't, eating right is not difficult for me unless somebody keeps preparing food with sugar in it and leaving it around the house and kind of sabotaging my my good intentions. But left on my own devices, I would probably be 120 pounds. And but as things are, it's okay. Do I have a favorite make of ukulele strings? My favorite make, Stephen asked this question. My favorite make of ukulele strings, and this is important to me, are the strings that come on the ukulele. Whatever strings are on the ukulele are the ones I play, I enjoy. Seldom will I take strings off of a ukulele unless I'm changing the tuning of it or unless a string breaks. That's just the way I am. I think that all ukuleles will sound just fine if you play it well. And they'll all sound awful no matter what kind of strings you put on it if you play it poorly. So I keep things simple. I do not like changing strings. I'd rather put strap buttons in 10 ukuleles than change the strings on one. I really enjoy the process of putting a strap button into a ukulele. And I don't mind drilling into the neck or into the tail. I don't mind putting strap buttons on. I don't like changing strings, though I can do it and I will if I have to. So, no, I'm not one of these people that keep fidgeting around with strings. I don't do that. I've got a lot of strings people have given me, by the way, that I haven't opened the packages up. Very nice strings. Oh boy, you saw someone at Walmart in a full hazmat suit. Well, these are the times. And for people who are very susceptible or who might shake Abby Shake. Abby Shake. I actually looked up your name, and there's a movie star with your name, and I watched him pronounce it several times. I'll still have to work on it. Thanks for giving it to me. Shake. Abby Shake, with the emphasis on the second syllable, I think. So everybody has to do what they need to, going back to Christine's comment, to protect themselves. I protect myself by not going to Walmart. I don't need anything there. And we have our groceries delivered to us. So, and Amazon, I'm sure, is doing really nice these days with just having packages delivered. Well, thank you. Yes, Mary Alice, I stay at home too. I stay at home, and I find that everything I need pretty much is here. We do go for drives frequently, and I don't see how that can hurt anything. How is the sickness in our area? The last time I checked, I see that more people have died, more people are getting sick, but on the other hand, the state is planning on going back to work May 1st. So I think we're going to have to just work on through it. And so that's what's happening in Alabama. We're not an intensely populated area except in the Birmingham area. And I think that's where most of the sickness is. But I stay clear of people as much as I can. And I don't want to get any sickness. Flying Critter says, it's easier for me to say your name is Flying Critter. Flying Critter says that he's home for 40 days and didn't go to the gym, but I saw he made a video showing him exercise at home. And you can do that. I rode my bicycle around my backyard and climbed ropes yesterday. And riding a bicycle around my backyard is not easy since we're on a slope like this. We're actually near the peak of the mountain. The mountaintop is right here. Our house is right here, and the backyard goes slope like that. So I ride my bike around the backyard and get plenty of exercise. Well, my friends, I think it's time to end this live stream today. I've had fun. This is something I'm going to do. I'll be back here at the same time tomorrow if anybody wants to come and bring your questions. I will probably talk about a little bit more about the finger style or finger picking method, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm going to keep doing this process until I know how to live stream, and I will try to make it entertaining as I can and keep going. Yes, I got to go, but we'll be back here tomorrow. And I appreciate everybody that came today. It thrills my heart that you would stop by and chat with me a little bit. And I hope I helped somehow, or I hope I entertained you. So you take care, everybody. Thanks for coming, and God bless you all.